Angie!
Yeah.
Come here, I want you to try this. I'm testing the new sour series. Needs to be more sour.
Yeah, it's not sour.
That's hard. That's hard. Not sour enough. It's ready. It's right. No, listen, I have the combination. I got it. It's perfect. It's exactly the way we want it to be. Perfect. What do we have to discuss?
I don't know. You just told me show up in my house. We'll do jaywalking. So I'm here.
All right, it is
You're a little late today. You're on the banker's hours.
Tuesday. Well, you know, I texted you this morning, and I said I'm on the Borlée schedule.
What is that state? What is that schedule?
That means that I got up later than
Than you
8
normally
o'clock.
do. Yeah. Hey, Capone.
I actually slept until 8:30 today.
Dude, that's the time I got up. That is my schedule.
Well, I know. I was actually, when I woke up, I was actually shocked that I hadn't heard from you yet.
Why? It's early.
I know, but I figured you were. Yeah, I know how you are. Usually, when I say, "Hey, let's do jaywalking,"
Yeah.
you usually hit me early that day. You're up at 7, or
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were hitting your training schedule early today or not.
Yeah. Well, Eric canceled today, so
That's it, huh?
yeah.
They're fixing the water right now. I have a.
Oh.
So this is the main water. I had a leaky faucet, so the water company hit me up because you know how critical they are with the water here, and they were like, "Hey, you got some running water." I don't know if you remember, I had to replace the main water line, which cost me thousands of dollars, and it ended up being a leaky faucet, so I had to come today to fix it. So we're back to jaywalking. A lot of people are requesting it.
I know. They miss jaywalking.
Wow, the weather's beautiful today.
It's
huh?
beautiful. Yeah.
Not
this
so
is
bad.
great.
Isn't it weird how some days it's super cold and other days it's
Yeah,
not
it
so
changes from one day to the next. Easy.
bad? I might be kind of warm in my new
Oh,
young LA.
yeah.
This is dropping tomorrow.
You know, I've seen people wearing it. The gym was telling
yeah?
you. Yep, I've seen people wearing T-shirts. I was thinking about you.
So I have 3 colors in this dropping tomorrow. This is a kangaroo fur. That's what they're calling this, the kangaroo.
Yeah.
Love these jackets though. They're nice and warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got his jacket on, you see. Everyone makes a joke and says the dogs dress better than I do. Always in Gucci and Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, they're bougie dogs.
Come on.
Angie says they're bougie.
Yeah, so Happy New Year. This is our first video since the New Year.
Is it?
Yeah, bro.
Oh shit, that's right.
We haven't done one because I
That's
was
right.
laid up with some sort of sickness.
Yeah, people missed you at Cycle's
I
grand
know.
grand
First-
opening.
First event I've ever missed in 30 years of bodybuilding.
Yeah, I felt bad for
So I
you.
apologize to everyone out there that wanted to see me in California. I hope I didn't disappoint too many people, but I could not.
Well, I think
Get
people
out
were
of
more
bed.
concerned for you. You know.
The
Yeah.
problem is you know, I did have a little cough, and you know, I wasn't feeling, my throat actually was the hard part, but you know how people are in this day and age. Hey,
Yeah.
I was sick. Oh no.
I know. They think the worst. Is he gonna make it?
And I wasn't sure if the mask police were going to be there.
Really?
Now, was there any mask police?
Nothing.
No. Surprised because it was LA County, right?
Redondo Beach, yeah.
It's LA County.
Yeah.
So tell me about the gym. What did you think? Is it a place that we'll be able to shoot some content?
Absolutely. So, first of all, it's like an older building, but Chris did a really good job remodeling everything. So from the outside, when you first come in, the first thing you notice is like you're a block away from the beach, which is great, kind of like Gold's Venice.
Okay.
So you get that marine air, and it's literally like around the corner is the pier right there. So it's great.
Okay.
But when you come inside the building, it's so much bigger than it looks from the outside. On the outside, it doesn't look that big. You're like, oh, it's going to be small. But he raised the ceiling inside the gym. He's got a bay window in the back, a bay door window. So he opens that, like goes the same way you like it,
Okay.
with a mirror and everything. So the wind comes in. Yeah, you would love it.
Really?
Yeah, it's great.
So it's like a mini Mecca.
It's like a mini Mecca. Yeah, and it's packed with stuff, dude, to the brim. But for some reason, it doesn't seem so crowded, but he's got tons of stuff in there. He's got a
Do
great...
you know what brands they are?
all different brands. He picked every single machine by himself. He chose every one of them. He's not sponsored, so he picked exactly what he wanted. And he's got a posing room. He's got a sauna room.
I saw. I mean, he's been sending me pictures all along.
Yeah.
But I saw he has the lights in the ceiling,
Yeah.
like the Rolls Royce.
Great sound system. I mean, he did and he did all the work himself, dude. All the construction himself.
Really?
Yes. It's really impressive. Yeah. So we just posted the video yesterday of the grand opening. If you guys want to go check it out, It's on JTV.
Yeah, it's the last video.
Yeah. It gives you a good idea of who was there, but it's really big.
I was really disappointed, dude. Like I said, it was the first time I ever missed a gig.
Yeah.
Which is, when I sat and was thinking about it, because, I was contemplating, man, maybe I can get on a plane on Saturday morning and fly out. And I had a photo shoot scheduled on Friday, as you know. We had a whole trip planned.
That's true.
So we wanted to get some footage, and we probably would have got some training stuff while we were there. Because it sucks, the last 2 or 3 years, on New Year's, we always had our Gold's Gym Venice workout at the Mecca.
That's right.
It's kind of funny because Corey Flex hit me up, and he's like, hey, this is normally our first workout of the year, because the Fit Expo would have been the same weekend.
Yeah,
you know that, right?
Yeah. Oh, really?
It was
normally
originally to be that date, but they pushed it now until May 21st or something.
Yeah, May.
So normally I would have been there for that. So, for me to miss an appearance for the first time, come on.
Yeah.
It was very awkward for me. So I felt really terrible about it. And, I don't like to do that often. Never actually.
Yeah.
But like I said, the times are a little different now. And
yeah,
I'm not doing appearances every single week.
Well, I know you were looking forward to go. I mean, you were looking for. I mean, that was planned for like months.
Yeah.
So. But you know what? I'm really glad to see that everyone showed up to help him and support him, and Charles Glass.
I saw,
and
Rion was there, and Danny Hester, and Regan came.
A lot of people from Vegas went, actually. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, Regan, Stan, Danny.
Is Danny living here now full time? Or?
Yeah, most of the time.
I thought he was kind of back and forth.
Yeah, but he's in Vegas. I would say the majority of the time.
The dogs, huh?
Yeah.
Come on.
So yeah, we're happy for him. I think he's going to do really well over
I wonder
there.
how many he'll open. That's the question. I don't think this is his only plan.
Oh, that's right. He was talking about doing more. Yeah. Well, I'm just really impressed with how he put it together, because I can't plant a nail straight,
Yeah,
So.
It's just wild to me to, when we came to Vegas, you knew I was only training at Gold's Gym, if you remember.
Well, there was a lot of them.
Yeah, there was one on every corner pretty much. But so we were there was no thought of I'm going to go train somewhere else. It was only Gold's, and then eventually it led to LVAC, and then now we have these
mom and pop, a lot of mom and pop.
Yeah, mom and pop. I mean, Lift Factory.
Yeah.
I mean, Yaks, who we're going to go see. Yaks just opened up another location in Town Square right near my office. So
yeah,
I'm going to hit him up, and we'll get some video in there.
What a name, huh?
Yeah, Fitness. But I think his last name is is relative to the Y.
Okay.
But, and we talk about some of the newer places, and I'm sure there's a lot of newer places still coming. There's a lot of rumblings about more gyms coming to Vegas right now.
Crazy.
So it'll be kind of cool to see how the culture shifts to. I kind of love that idea, because the way I grew up, bro, the Gold's gyms and the World gyms, like those were big chains, but to be honest, they were almost like mom and pop type gyms where I grew up.
Yeah.
They weren't
So corporate.
so corporate, you know. So like when I say so corporate, meaning like all these extra classes and childcare and
Yeah.
having, you know, $20 a month memberships, which a lot of the big commercial facilities have now, where, you know, now these gyms charge $150 a month for membership because they can, right? Because they're saying, hey, we're capping memberships at a certain amount.
Yeah.
And I remember Ed Connors, who was the founder of Gold's Gym, he said to me, he said, you know, the downside of what happened with gyms was definitely the size that they were starting to build.
Okay.
Like the gyms started getting too big because you can't afford the rent. You know, the square footage is too much to maintain.
Yeah.
So, hold on, come here.
You're gonna go see his friend.
Come here. You can see.
He gets all riled up.
It's okay.
He's got a temper.
He's going 100 miles an hour. Okay, come on. Tough guy.
I know.
I like to hold him because he pulls too much.
Yeah.
It's okay. Did you see your friends? You get excited. You don't see your friends a lot because it's too early. Usually it's too early in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think the square footage of these gyms, you know, you can't, the days of 30, 50,000 square foot gyms, it's just, I mean, certain regions that works, but not in a place where there's so much competition as you see.
Yeah.
Like every neighborhood has a gym now. You know, everyone has their location, right?
Yeah.
And it just amazes me that you have, you know, that many people that choose to buy several memberships. I mean, if you had your choice, how many gym memberships do you actually need?
Well, I'm kind of like a creature of habits. I pretty much always go to the same place all the time. But it's really nice to have.
How many gym memberships do you have right now as we speak, though?
Oh, shit. So I got.
You have Dragons,
Kilo, Powerhouse.
Yeah.
Those are the three main ones.
Club.
Fit Club. Yeah, that's 4.
Okay. So you're missing what? Lift Factory.
Yeah, the factory. I never got one.
LVAC, EOS.
Right, I don't have those.
Yeah, see, I have all those too. Do I have a comp membership everywhere?
I think so.
Do I pay for a gym membership?
People ask that all the time online. I wonder if Jay pays.
Like when we go to Gold's Venice, you know. The amazing thing is, though, what do I always do when I'm going to Gold's Venice? I call you and I say, hey, let them know that I'm coming.
You don't need that, though. I mean, your face is your... You wouldn't need me to let them know.
Let me run him inside and then we'll finish. Right?
Yeah.
I always ask, though, don't I?
Because you're nice.
Why do you think I always ask, though?
I don't know. I wouldn't
You know,
be...
you know why I asked? I'm going to tell you why I asked. Because I've always wondered why you never asked me. Come on.
I think because you're just considerate, that's all. All right. Bye, Capone.
So, I never wanted to show up there and there's someone working that has no idea who I am, and I have to say, I'm that guy on the wall.
Like Dorian did. Remember that?
Tell the story.
So yeah, Dorian goes to Venice once in a while, you know, and I think he just had retired, and then he goes to the front counter and he says, "I'm here."
This
to
is
work.
when Venice was like still a.
Oh yeah, it was hopping.
Mecca,
Yeah,
you know?
it was hopping.
Yeah.
And the guy at the front counter says, "Well, I don't know who you are. It's $40." And then Dorian says, "Okay, I never had to pay here before." He says, "Well, why not?" He said, "You see that poster on the wall over there? That's me."
And what'd they say?
I think they gave him a hard time somehow, and then Chris Gethin actually wrote about it on Flex Magazine, and Golds was so pissed.
Well, didn't Lee Priest, that happened with Lee Priest
Yes,
also?
same thing. Yeah.
What happened?
Well, they ended up working it out. They wouldn't let him
Didn't it
in.
turn into a big
Yeah, big
dilemma? Because of the internet, right?
thing. It was all over the news. Dave Palumbo talked about it and everything. So they ended up reaching out to Lee and sending him a black card, so he could go to train at any gym of his choice with a guest. That's how it ended.
Really?
Because they felt bad, yeah. But the new generations, and sometimes they may not know the champions,
Yeah.
so. But you're still so relevant. I don't think that would happen to you. Dorian, see, the problem with Lee and Dorian is that they left. They were from other countries and they just popped in here and there. You're always here.
Yeah, but dude, every time I went to Gold's Venice, Lee Priest was there.
Well, back in the day, yeah.
When I came.
Yeah, early 90s.
Very exciting moments for me to be able to meet the people that I admired. I mean, I had been hearing rumblings about Lee Priest, when I was living on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Back then, you only had the magazines, like gossip stuff.
Yeah.
We talked about that. You tried to mimic that whole thing with your columns. But,
yeah.
I kept hearing about this Lee Priest, and when I was able to see him in person, it was just like, wow,
Yeah.
You don't see that stuff where I come from. You
No.
don't see, like, the pros.
Yeah, it's a big deal when you meet the pros the first time when you're a kid.
Yeah, and I imagine that people listening to this or watching this, they must be like, God, Jay's talking about these guys like, like they were, something, like he was blown away by it, and then eventually I became who I became, right?
Yeah.
But, the truth is we're all fans inside, no matter what. Like, we're still fans, right?
It's funny you bring this up because I was thinking about stuff to ask you while we weren't filming. And one of the things I was going to ask you is, when you first came up to the rank and you got your pro card and stuff, that was around the time where Wheeler and Sean Ray and Chris Cormier and LeBron and all these guys were reigning. Was there any guy that you were looking up to that you were like, there's no possible way I could ever beat this guy?
Listen, all those, I remember thinking, like, listen, Dorian Yates was Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
I missed the Haney, which sucks because it was such greatness. But so Dorian was like my guy, because he was Mr. Olympia when I started training 91 and he won in 92. So it kind of, was grandfathered that was the man,
Yeah.
And I remember people saying, look at this guy, Mr. Olympia, and I'm like, God, he's just so out of reach,
Yeah. Yeah, he was a beast.
And then, when I won my card in 96, he was phenomenal still.
He was just retiring and it was his last year,
he was
right?
retiring in 97, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Was his last, right? And I remember even thinking, like, because the Olympia traveled then. And I remember thinking, it was in Long Beach that year.
Yep.
And
96,
remember, I put California, like, there's certain places in the U.S. that, you look at and you're like, oh, it's such a great opportunity. But California was like here, bro.
Yeah.
California was like amazing. Like, that was like the pinnacle
The top.
of life. Like,
yeah.
if you could actually situate yourself here, you've made it to like Mount Olympus, right?
Yeah.
So when they had the show, like at the Queen Mary and whatever, it was in Long Beach, I was like, oh my God, man, if I could ever get on that stage and be able to compete. And remember, I turned pro in 96, and I took 97 off. I didn't even compete in any pro shows. So I was like, man, maybe I'll have the opportunity to compete in such an amazing spot. And then, of course, Vegas came about. Like in 99 was the first year they brought it to Vegas because it was in Madison Square Garden in 98. And I was like, wow, I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to compete at Mandalay Bay.
Yeah.
I remember I got married in, Vegas in 98.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Was it 98? Yeah. 98. So I already had this whole, like, mystique about Vegas. Like, it was like the place. And then here I was standing on Olympia stage.
Yeah.
But yeah, I looked at all those guys. I remember Paul Dillette. I mean, he was my neighbor.
That's right.
I mean, have you ever seen him in person when he was at his peak?
Oh, yeah. He came by the store all the time.
What was it like, though, when you, being a guy from, Canada, and then being able to, go to the gym and see these guys? Because, I mean, I look at you as being, like, way further out of touch than even I was, because at least, like, DeMeo and Matarazzo, those guys were from my area, so I could relate.
We didn't have any big pros.
I remember Canadians never broke through. It's not like now where you got Ian and...
Yeah.
And
they weren't
Chris
that good back then.
Bumstead
They never,
and
they never like rise to the top back then.
They would like only go to a certain level, right?
Yeah, 2-tier, second tier bodybuilders.
Like
yeah.
Henderson Thorne was big,
Yeah,
and
Anderson Thorne,
Who else?
Claude Grew. Remember Claude Grew?
Yeah.
He was pretty good.
Nimrod King.
Yeah, Nimrod King. He was from Ontario, so I never saw
was
him.
there anyone from
Back
Montreal?
east? Claude Grew.
Oh, he was from your
Yeah,
area?
yeah. He used to train in my home gym. Yeah,
But he wasn't in your era of like when you were first introduced to.
No, he
like,
came up later.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. So,
right before I left.
Like when you were living there.
Yeah.
You were never able to see these kind of
No,
people.
I saw him while I was living there towards the end.
Who?
Yeah, Claude Grew.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He had one in Montreal.
Claude Gould yet. He wasn't that
He wasn't.
big yet.
No, he looked good. He was a good pro, but he wasn't like on the Olympia stage and all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So when I first came here, and I remember in '93, and Sean Ray was the first pro I saw at Powerhouse in Huntington Beach. I was just like out of
And
this
what was
world.
he training in?
Black tights, pant, and atomic shoes and bushy socks. Yeah. A tank top, and it was like he just jumped out of a magazine cover. When I saw him outside and by the fountain, I was like, "Holy shit, that's Sean Ray!" I was so excited.
Did you go up to him?
No, I was way too shy. Yeah,
And think about that now.
I know.
Like you see Sean Ray, you pass him,
I know.
and you see him at every event, and you're just like,
Yeah,
isn't it amazing? Fast forward,
it's great.
How your life changes.
I know, it's so great. Like I wonder what my friends are thinking back home when they know I'm best friends with you, and I know all these guys that sell those. It's like, what the fuck?
See, that's what I mean. So, like, for someone like you, like I said, I was in Massachusetts in Worcester, and like we didn't have pros that came like migrated through there. I mean, Ron Love came, and
Ron Love. Yeah.
I mean Tony Freeman came to my gym like way before he was even big, popular. And I met Lee Labrada.
Oh, that was
one of my shows. He was guest posed at the first show that I competed in.
Yeah.
And then Victor Richards guest posed at the Powerhouse Classic, and the lead I saw there.
Wow.
You probably don't remember. There's this guy Kevin McGowan. He was from New Hampshire. He's pretty good.
I don't remember him.
He used to do well in some of the other shows, like the regional stuff. But there's just so much, so many memories, and we always end up talking about this stuff
it's great
as we continue. But I think people like it because
they
want to know like that we're still fans.
Yeah.
Right.
Ugh. Yeah, I got a pretty good life. I got to tell you, when I think back, I mean, I'm kind of used to it now, so you kind of take it for granted.
No, but you know what? I still wake up. I still wake up a lot of days, bro. Like I just got a feeling of doing this jaywalk, and this is something that we've done a fucking million times, right?
Yeah.
And I still, like, when I said, hey, the weather's great, it clicked to me that, like, right now, my mom sent me pictures yesterday, and there's snow, and it's freezing cold, and and I think about, like, dude, look at what I'm wearing. I'm wearing shorts, sneakers. I'm wearing this crazy jacket that's heavy when it's very warm. As you know, you're probably hot right now.
Yeah.
And my mom, like, sending me pictures of the snow, and that's what I grew up in.
Yep.
And I just said, shoot, I'm walking down the street shooting a video for YouTube that, people are requesting from all over the world. And I'm going to talk about my life and what I think on a daily basis.
Not a bad life.
I'm so thankful every day. Like, if I were you walking right now, I'm thinking, okay, what's Dave thinking? You're probably going to get on your motorcycle and you're going to ride today.
It's nice today. Nice enough to do it.
Have you been taking your bikes out?
It's been cold lately, but today's a good day for it.
Today might be a day. You might want to take a spin,
Yeah.
But do you get withdrawal from
yeah, sometimes I miss it. I have to start in the garage and just kind of hear it and smell the gas a little bit.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah. Yeah, we have a good life. We can't complain, that's for sure. It's nice to be here, and it's exciting, and yeah.
Happy you're in Vegas, then.
Dude, I love Vegas.
People keep asking about this house, dude.
I know. They're like, when are they going to finish it?
They had some kids over there messing with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I saw, like, the emails.
You know, every time I go back to California, you're always asking me, "Oh, do you miss California?" And I always tell you no. But when I went to Chris's thing, just because of where it was located and all the energy and the gym, I was like, you know what? Today I'm glad to be here. Like
Yeah.
I was like, it was like the old days. You know, you would have loved it.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. It was a good day.
So you've had a good feel. That was a good trip
Great
for you.
great feel. And
Well, I do plan to go back and shoot our first episode in the Mecca in 2000.
yeah, we have to
22.
go. We have to. You would love it.
So when are you planning on going? What dates?
So I have to go back early February.
Yeah, I have to go. I can't go then
We'll go back some other time.
because I have to go to Steve's. But
Oh.
I'm gonna go probably before then, though.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, but you probably won't be there.
You gonna do it just for like a day or? For
No, I
longer?
might go for a couple of days. I want to do a photo shoot. I have to do a photo shoot.
Okay. Postpone.
Some of the clothes.
Yeah.
And then I'll go just to get away, maybe a couple of days.
Yeah, yeah.
I wanted to ski this year, man. That's my.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you a good skier?
I am good when obviously when I'm doing it consistently. I mean, I'm sure once I get back on skis, you don't really lose the. Like,
You do skis? The skis or the boards?
No, I don't snowboard.
Okay, okay.
I was only a skier.
Wow. Yeah, I can't ski.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get back at it. So
Yeah.
hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. We're back. We'll get a training in hopefully this week.
Yak.
Well, let's reach out and see
See if we can go.
what works, right?
Yeah.
And,
All right.
my neighbors all think I'm crazy, man, doing these jaywalks, you know. But I appreciate you guys following along, and welcome to 2022, man. This is our year. We're gonna break the 600K.
Yes.
That's the goal this year. So, all the best to you guys. Keep focused on your goals. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment below. Comment below some of the questions you might ask me about what I think about the bodybuilding stuff.
Yes.
And appreciate you guys so much.
All right.